Now, y'all know I loves me some Tami romance, so I had to watch her show Caught in the Act Unfaithful, and boy, was it a doozy. So, on last night's episode, it was a young lady that came on there and she was suspecting her man of cheating, which, of course, he was seeing somebody else. Tami has her people follow the guy, they find the girl, they come back to the original girlfriend with the tapes. So, as she's talking to Tami, she's telling Tami that basically she started seeing somebody else because she assumed that the guy she was dating was seeing somebody else, and that she had been seeing this guy for like a year and a half, which that sent Tami completely over the edge, and she was disgusted with the girl at that point. But that's not the most disgusting part of the episode. She explains the fact that the guy that she was seeing while she was seeing the other guy, he was there when her main boyfriend wasn't. So basically, she had a boyfriend and she had a sneaky link or a side joint. So Tami was like, okay, so we're going to contact the side joint too. So she sets up the meetup. They pull up to the location where her main joint is at on a date with some other girl. And she runs up in the place, and of course she's trying to tussle, but they all run in security, separates them or whatever. So of course, in the beginning, it's a bunch of hollering and screaming, what you doing with her? I knew you was cheating, blah, blah, blah. So Tami basically tries to get them to settle down so they can actually have an adult conversation, which by the time she finally gets them to calm down, the side joint comes walking in the door. And when the side joint walks in the door, the main joint is like, what the gardener doing here? Child, he thinking it's the gardener. Lo and behold, that's her other man. So they're busting it up, talking about the situation, trying to figure out what went wrong and how it went wrong and who did what and who was where, when, and all of that stuff. So in the midst of this, they had also discussed that the girl had just lost a baby. And the main boyfriend was saying that, I never got any information about the baby. I never saw the death certificate. And I was really hurt about that. Y'all, come to find out why the side dude was there the whole time. She had both of these men thinking that they was her baby daddy. So Tami was just done with them at that point. Like, she was just over it, disgusted. She was blown away by the whole thing. And it was kind of like, girl, why did you call the show when you know you was the main one hoeing? So the side joint, as he starts putting the pieces together, he's just devastated by the whole thing because the girl was basically saying she didn't want a bunch of men around her kids. And come to find out, she had both of the men around her kids, too. And the reason why the main boyfriend never saw the birth certificate or the death certificate was because the side John had been there the whole entire time. He was in the hospital. He held the baby. And, she told him basically that it was his. So that's why he didn't see the death certificate or any of the information about the baby. And that's why she kept going missing, going ghost on him. And he just couldn't believe it. So, at the end of the show, they do a recap. And I'm like, please, Lord, let this man, the gardener, the side joint, let him had dumped her behind, because she deserved to be by herself, because she's clearly for the streets, in the streets, and want the streets. So let her have that. Fast forward to 3 months later, Tami calls the girl. She didn't answer the phone. She calls the side joint. He answers the phone, and he basically was like he moved on with his life and he left her alone. The show was so crazy, and I personally think that it's a little scripted. Like, I think it's a little fake, but still entertaining and crazy. Did y'all watch the show last night? What did y'all think? Because I was blown away.